Now, I didn't think that anything could replace my Stylark Effie Blouse from being one of my all-time favourite makes. And yet, here we are. I love you, Effie, but you have been nudged off top spot by this gorgeous pattern here. It is the wonderful Romy Blouse by Joli Lab. So let's go find out all about this wonderful pattern and why I think you should consider making one yourself. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and this is Ripper Seams. So today we've got a good old pattern review for you, and we're going to take a look at the Romy Blouse by French pattern company Joli Lab. Now, I've made a few things over January, but this one's jumping the queue a bit because I love it so much and I really wanted to tell you all about it because it's definitely one which I think you should put on your dance card for 2026. Or whenever. Now, this is actually my second Joli Lab make. The first one was absolutely brilliant as well. It was the Mia top. It was my beautiful sequin one. You can watch that video here if you want to go check out that particular blouse. But the range of patterns that are on the Joli Lab website are absolutely delicious. I love so many of them, and they're definitely becoming one of my favorite pattern companies. Especially after making this gorgeous top, it kind of just sealed the deal. Now, the whole entire reason why this make came about was because of the fabric. The fabric came first, and it's this gorgeous Liberty Tana lawn in the heritage gingham print. Now, I picked this one up in person when I went on that shopping trip with Sam and Julie back in December. Got a video on that one too if you haven't watched it. But we obviously went to the fabric section of that beautiful favorite store of mine, and couldn't go past this one, even though I had it in a different colorway. This one here I felt was a really nice wintry fabric, but at the same time there's a little bit of warmth in there. There's some browns, there's some pinks and some blues and stuff like that. Now, when I bought this fabric, I actually had the Stylark Reynolds top in mind, which is kind of like a slightly oversized, billowy kind of peasant top. So I got 2 meters of fabric to make that, but then I wasn't too sure. There was just something about that top that wasn't sitting right for me at the time for this specific fabric. I was looking for something maybe a little bit more delicate, a little bit more put together, maybe a little bit more feminine. So I went looking around for an alternative pattern, and I revisited the Joli Lab website, and bang, I found the lovely Romy top, and yeah, I was absolutely sold. This was delivering exactly what I wanted from this fabric. So it's still that peasant style blouse, giving that volume coming down from the yoke. You've got a little tie detail on there, but because of the styling, I just feel as if it's a little bit more elevated, kind of like an elevated peasant, if you will. So we went down that route, and I very confidently cut straight into my fabric without making a toile. That's kind of how I roll anyway. But because I made the Mia blouse previously and the sizing and everything was so true on that make, I was quite confident to cut into my Liberty fabric straight from the get-go. No pressure. Well, maybe a bit of pressure. So anyway, that is the origins as to why I ended up making this top in the first place. So with all that said, let's take a look at the lovely style lines and the pattern details in a bit more depth. Barbara, if you will, come a little bit closer so we can see a bit more about what's going on here. So first up, we have got this really lovely V neckline going on. We've got this nice little curve detail coming around this top neckline, coming down to a V. It doesn't go too far down, so those of you wanting a bit more coverage, I think you'll be okay with this top. And of course, we've got this lovely yoke detail that's coming across the front with this tie, kind of bringing it all together. Then of course we've got this lovely gathering detail coming down from the grown-on yoke, and obviously giving you lots of nice room going on in the rest of the bodice here. For the back, we've got the same detail running along the yoke. We've got some nice soft gathers coming down here as well. So it's quite voluminous without going too over the top. And we've just got a nice high neckline. Just very, very nice, straightforward, but this detailing around the yoke, absolutely to die for. It is actually just an extension of the tie here, and you just top stitch it on. Now with the sleeves, you've actually got 3 options to choose from. I've actually gone for the longer 3/4 length sleeve. However, you can make this top either sleeveless or sleeveless with a bit of a ruffle on the top shoulder as well. There is a little bit of gathering up here, which kind of gives it that nice extra feminine detail, kind of mirroring what we've got going on with the yokes. Now, as I mentioned with the sleeves, there are a few different variations you can make with the Romy. So this is the straightforward version where you can interchange the sleeves however you want. But there is also an alternative version where you can actually carry the split all the way down to make it more like a cardigan or like an extra layer. It still has this tie attachment here, but you can actually make this more of a like I said, cardigan. Now another view option, which I think is going to be really, really interesting to try, is you can actually quilt this top yoke, both on the front and the back. The variations on this are just really, really lovely, and it makes it a really versatile pattern, whether you're making this for hot weather or colder days. So if you can imagine that really nice open version of this with this quilted, maybe in a nice linen or something, yeah, I think it'd be really nice. So speaking of fabrics, this is more for your really lighter weight fabrics, which have a little bit of structure to them, because you really want to make use of being able to stand up the collar here. I've made this obviously in a very lightweight Tana lawn. It's lovely and crispy, but it does hold its shape quite nicely. So you're probably looking for other similar cottons, maybe looking for a light linen, chambray, maybe a nice Swiss dot fabric as well would be really, really nice. So if you've got 2 meters of Liberty Tana lawn sitting in your stash and you don't really know what to do with it, this is definitely a pattern I would recommend checking out. It gives just the right amount of structure to really make these lovely details on this top kind of really stand out. All right, let's talk about the length of this top. Barbara, if you could just step back a bit. So this pattern is made for someone who is 168 centimeters, so taller than me. I'm 161. It has got a good amount of length on here. So if you're someone who likes to keep their tops untucked, yeah, you're going to be fine with this one. I'm personally someone who will either tuck mine in, or more preferably a nice French tuck. This looks great with jeans and a nice belt. Absolutely superb. That's how I wore it in Prague. Speaking of which, I was in Prague, it was freezing cold, it didn't go above 0 the whole entire time. I just wore a really nice thermal vest underneath it and a cardigan. So this is going to be one you can wear all year round as well. Like I said, accessorize, put a nice scarf with it, cardigan, you're good for the colder weather. In summer, in a light cotton, just wear it as it is, or maybe without the sleeves. I'm definitely going to be making one for this summer for sure. So overall, this is just a really, really standout pattern for me, and I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it. Now, I think just going back to the fabric choices, I'd be interested to make this in a viscose, but I think it's going to be a little bit too loose, and this might just end up flopping a bit at the top here. I don't know whether that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably just one of those suck it and see situations, so I need to go see if anyone's made it in viscose. It might be totally fine, but I think the cotton lawn is probably the best ticket for this one. Yeah, it's just going to give me an excuse to keep buying more Liberty fabric. Yeah. Now, Joli Lab is a French pattern company, and their sizing runs from a 34 right through to a 52. That is a bust size of a 31.5 inches going right through to a 47.2. Now, because this pattern has quite a lot of positive ease in the main bodice here, you really only have to go by your bust measurement. I went for a size 42, which fits me exactly how I wanted it, so you shouldn't have too much problems with the sizing. Now, for skill level, this is definitely for an intermediate sewist. The reason being is getting this nice curve here is tricky. I gotta say, I did unpick one of them at one point to make sure I had those matching nicely, because you do see this, you got to make sure that this curve is matching on both sides, it's not too pointy. Yep. You got to pay attention when you're going around these curves. Top tip, I actually ended up drawing my sewing lines around those pieces when I was sewing them to make sure that I was definitely staying on track. I wasn't relying on my seam allowance markers. The other piece is, and I mentioned it before, is this tie here. The tie itself isn't too bad, but you do have to top stitch it in place right along the yoke line there. That's tricky. If you're not experienced at doing top stitching and making it consistent, yeah, tricky. One thing I will call out about this pattern is you can have a lot of fun with this particular tie. Obviously, I've made it in the same fabric as the main body of my top, but imagine this with a contrasting ribbon or some braid or something coming along here. I did actually contemplate putting like a dark gray along here, having it as a bit of a pop. I decided in the end just to keep it in the same fabric, just to keep it simple. Have fun with this one. There's so many possibilities. It's going to look really, really nice. So get the pattern, have a play, see where your design brain comes into play with maybe looking for some standout colors to go with your fabric. The other thing too is Joli Lab is a French company, but they do have their patterns. They do come in English and French as well. They're relatively easy to follow. They do have a sew along video for this as well. The video is in French, but if you do want to understand what they're saying, you can change the settings on YouTube to be able to give you some subtitles in whatever language you like. I love how YouTube can do that. So you should be able to follow along pretty easy. I just need to see the visuals on a couple of things. I love it when pattern companies give you a free sew along to go along with their patterns. Joli Lab are perfect for this. So another reason why I would recommend trying this out. Have I covered all the details? Yes. No. Comes as a PDF, but you can also get a paper copy as well if that's what you would prefer. So my experience overall was pretty straightforward. It was a very enjoyable make to make. I made it up quite quickly. Obviously the tricky bits are going to be this neckline here, getting the precision of this nice tie detail. Practice makes perfect. But overall, I'm absolutely over the moon with this make. I think if I'd made that Reynolds top in this fabric, I probably would have been a little bit disappointed, but I don't know that. I'm still going to make the Reynolds top. I'm just going to do it in maybe a less fussy fabric. I feel as if that one needs to be in a more plain fabric. For this print, I think I did the right thing. So I'll give you my Ripper Seams ratings, and then we'll take the lovely Romy top out onto the backyard catwalk, and you can actually see it on a real life person. Sorry, Barbara. So first up, we've got brain friendliness, and I'm going to give the Romy top 5 out of 5 happy brains. The pattern instructions are detailed enough to be able to go through and make a successful top without having to scratch your brain too much to understand what's going on. The pattern instructions do have both the French and English versions in them. I personally print mine out and I just highlight the English version just to make it easier to follow through as I'm going through each of the steps. There's some really nice detailed diagrams in there as well to help you out where you need it. As well, of course, you've got that a really nice step-by-step sewing tutorial on YouTube, which you can also follow if you're feeling a little bit stuck. I was a little bit worried about understanding how to put this tie piece on, but yeah, absolutely no problem when it came around to doing that. So yeah, 5 out of 5 happy brains. Next up, we have got fit, and again, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. As I mentioned before, I made the size 42. I've got a bust of 37.5, and this fits me spot on. The shoulders, the arms, obviously the bodice with all this volume here fits me really, really nicely. I don't feel as if it's too long or too short. Just really, really happy. The pattern's been designed for someone 168 centimeters. I'm 161 and I didn't actually feel the need to shorten it. I'm absolutely fine with the length that it is. I'm just wondering if I did a sleeveless version for summer, I might just take it up an inch maximum, I think, if I just maybe wanted to have a bit more free flowing, but I tuck mine in, so it's not an issue. I'd prefer it to be longer. I'm definitely happy it's not a crop top, but I'm really, really happy with the length, which is why I'm giving it 5 out of 5. Just overall, the fit is really nice. And finally, of course, we have overall lovableness, and no surprises here. I'm going to give this 5 out of 5 lovable otters because yes, I love my Romy blouse. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Big relief, obviously, having cut straight into my Liberty fabric without having made this a blouse before. Absolutely stoked at how this turned out. I just think this is just a really lovely, pretty blouse. Obviously, I've got the gorgeous Liberty fabric here. This heritage gingham is to die for. It is so unique, and overall, yeah, no one else has this blouse unless you make one. So for all the reasons mentioned in this video, this is definitely one of those tops which I do think you should consider making. I just think the style lines on this are just gonna suit so many different people, and of course have a bit of fun with playing with all the different variations that this pattern provides. So thank you, Barbara, for showing off this lovely blouse to everybody. Let's now go get it on me and out onto the backyard catwalk. Ooh, it's been a while since I've done a backyard catwalk, but I mean, look at this gloomy weather. Can you blame me? Anyway, let's check out this beautiful Romy blouse by Joli Lab. The tie detailing and the split yoke is absolutely gorgeous. It's French styling at its finest. There's a little bit of gathering on the sleeve head to give you a bit of volume, but without being too puffy. I'm not a fan of puffy sleeves, so this is just perfect. Now, speaking about sleeves, loving the 3/4 version for this make. It's the ideal match for this style of top. It's nothing too flouncy, it is chic all the way. Of course, that lovely yoke detailing is carried over to the back. There's more gathering, which makes this a really roomy blouse without looking oversized. And it's the perfect match to show off this gorgeous Liberty fabric. And finally, the length is great. You can wear it out, you can tuck it in. I'm a bit over crop styles, so this length makes it really easier to wear it just how you like it. Overall, I absolutely love making this top. It's a big win for me and I recommend it. Go for it, sew it up now. So there we have it. That is the delightful Romy blouse by Joli Lab. Definitely a pattern which I plan on making again, and I do recommend that you add it to your pattern stash. Definitely not sponsored at all. I just really love Joli Lab and I just wanted to share this wonderful pattern with you. I'm going to be making the Olivia blouse next, probably sooner rather than later, given how well this one turned out. also in Liberty fabric. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that make in the near future. So if you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below, and I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you won't miss out on any future Ripper Seams videos. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, it's an absolute pleasure having you here. I wish you a wonderful week of sewing, and I'll see you in the next video.